Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. Today, as you can see, I am drawing Ampharos in in a style very much inspired by the Fairy Floss-esque ponyta that was released a while back. While Ampharos has got some interesting alternate forms, I really feel like he deserves some cute ones. Like, he's weird looking, he's long, he's got a cute little tummy. He deserves to get some cute forms too. So I really thought it was a great opportunity to cover him in some fluff, make him curly, and pretend that he's going to be in the Sword and Shield games. As you can tell, I was very much wanting to keep some of the elements from his prior evolutions, like Flaffy and Mareep. The sheepness is so cute, and it's a strange jump to Ampharos. I still love him, even though I feel like some people might think it's weird and that he's too strange looking, but I think he's perfect. So today I'm jumping around a few different apps on iPad. I have not been drawing full pieces on the iPad for very long at all. Usually I'm working on an Intuos Pro and Psy or Medibang on my Mac, but I'm really enjoying the screen element, and so I really wanted to try and find a way to get all the things I love from Psy and Medibang and get the same quality of full pieces out of just using the iPad. So here I'm using Fresco for line art, and in a minute I'll be jumping over to Medibang, also on iPad, to add in a base for my flat colours, because Fresco doesn't have a magic wand tool. It makes it really time consuming to add in that first layer of flat colours, and slows down my workflow heaps if I try and do it all in Fresco. So this is only a really tiny step, but it speeds things up like heaps for me. You probably noticed that the line art and whatnot has changed colour. I actually recorded the flat colour stage twice before realising I didn't have screen record on, which is not a bad thing really, because I did a better job the second time around. But in saying that, you'll also see me erase all of the white and put it on a different layer while using a mask to keep it all separate and neat, which I highly recommend. Keeping all of your different colours or different sections on different layers, because then you can just lock transparency and shade and colour on top of it straight away. Totally worth the tiny bit of extra hassle. Something that I've noticed with the iPad actually is that you may notice in a few spots, especially when I was doing line art, the pen would kind of like stop mid-stroke and I'd need to start again. I've noticed that it only does that while it's charging. Maybe something to do with the static, or I'm not really sure how the pen works compared to a Wacom tablet, but just a little, I don't know, troubleshooting tip if you're having that issue, because it was really annoying me. But all I had to do to fix mine was unplug the charging cable, which I usually have plugged in since I run a few different apps at once and it drains the battery like nothing else. So we've made it into the last portion of the video. I want to thank you again for sticking around for this long. I hope this hasn't been boring. I really want to incorporate reading stories maybe, or I'm not sure. My favourite thing to do on YouTube is to listen to spooky stories or bedtime stories to help me get to sleep. And so I feel like it would be really fun for me to be able to contribute to that community, as well as potentially pass on some art knowledge. So if anyone has made it this far in the video, please let me know what you think of that idea and whether you come to art videos to listen to people talk and read stories as well as watch them draw. YouTube really is a sleep aid for me more than anything else. It's become a huge part of my nightly routine. I had a little brainwave that like it might be fun to take traditional bedtime stories and add in like the characters that I'm drawing. And then I thought that could get a little weird once I start adding in videos of me drawing like Mortal Kombat characters, for example. Getting a bit of a goodnight kiss from Melina, for example. Bit of a graze from her lovely teeth. Could end up being like some bizarre ASMR video. Feel Melina's teeth against your face. Help you fall asleep with the relaxing sound of her gigantic teeth scraping against your skin. Might be onto something. Anyway, enough of my clearly very successful business models, which I have already copyrighted. Don't even try and steal my idea. Thanks very much. I usually would be adding in layers upon layers of like multiplies and shades and stuff, but I've recently started trying to pick the colours that would be shadows instead, and I think it makes it look a bit more natural in the end result. A bit warmer too, maybe. Not sure, but I'm enjoying it. Here you see me using the beautiful Fresco Live brushes. I love the watercolour brushes, like, so much. Look at how nice the texture is. It's literally perfect. I really couldn't recommend enough having a play with the live brushes if you can. It's good fun. I do tend to add probably too many highlights. I'm on the shiny unrealistic shadow drawing train for my illustrations, or like my more cartoony ones at least. More dramatic lighting is fun, but I like lighting like I'm doing here for cartoon characters or cutesy characters. So I definitely don't have any lighting tricks for anyone in this particular video. How to make your character look soft, I can help with. Nothing too practical. Here I'm painting over the top of the line art to add a bit more variety in the thickness of the line art, as well as giving me a bit more control over the overall shape in case I want to edit anything at the last minute. Make some curls a bit more poofy. Poofiness and shininess are key to any digital art endeavour. That I can definitely say with confidence. Who doesn't love a shiny, sparkly, poofy character? Am I right? So this is actually the very last of the finishing touches, the very highest highlights. I always do them last, not only because it's easiest to add things onto the very top layer, but also because it's kind of like the quickest job for me. Also, there he is pretty much. I screw around here a little bit more, but don't really add anything in too substantial. I'll be uploading him to my Instagram and to Redbubble. Make sure you check the links at the end of the video. Thank you so much for joining me on this little journey. I hope you had fun, and please subscribe if you'd like to see more of my videos. Bye!